And then she told this really captivating story about Jenny. She was telling us about Jenny, and she was telling us about because she was the one civilian who got killed there. So she started showing us the bullet holes, right? And as we're looking at the side of this wall, we can see that obviously there was a lot of shooting going on from the street. And then you can see clearly where the window is, where Jenny was, you know, the only civilian who got shot. And you can see where the soldier is laying down. So I want to get up in that attic and I want to find out if you could really lay down, you know, at the window, because that seems really weird to me. How would you lay down at a window? Aren't windows usually high up? So that seems weird to me. Like that. But whatever. So that was kind of weird. And I'm really into this story. Can I mention this? I'm really into this story. And then Jamison's over here like doing the pee-pee dance. He's doing the damn pee-pee dance. He's like, I gotta go. What the hell is that? Okay, so I felt like, I mean, you know, I'm sorry. It really had a lot to do with what was going on with me. And I, you know, it's sort of like this, you know, like when you're on the school bus and you're like, okay, look, it's at least 20 minutes to the school and I got to really go. So I got to just kind of concentrate. So that's the kind of place I was in. And when I saw the place, it was so impressive actually that I was there that it almost subsided for a moment. And I was like, oh no, I think I got this, you know, because I really wanted to participate. I wanted to be convinced is the thing. I was ready to be convinced. And it's a shame I didn't really have the opportunity. I was, you know, kind of a little more preoccupied.
Okay, Jared's going to go and open the front door, so we'll go in through the front door.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so one thing...
The frog bells.
You know about this
Brothers bells.
There's over 150 bullet holes in the wall. If you can see the pock marks.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
And that window up there, we call it the Garrett window. That is where they believe the bullet was fired that killed Jenny Wade, who was the only civilian killed during the Battle of Gettysburg.
The little tiny window.
Mm-hmm. And so we're actually going to go up there and you'll be able to see where the sharpshooter actually laid. JR's father back in the 1970s had a Army ballistics expert that came in and said the trajectory was perfect for, they really feel that that's the bullet that came from that shot Jenny Wade.
Wow.
So, I don't know how much you know about the Battle of Gettysburg.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not that much.
I didn't know that only one civilian was killed.
Yeah, only one civilian was
I
killed.
didn't know those details. I mean, I know the general idea.
Wasn't everybody technically a civilian?
Actually that lived here, definitely the 3 days here of the battle, JR was better on the numbers. It was July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It was hot. It had been raining. The streets were filled with dead bodies, dead horses. So a lot of times you'll be in an area where you will smell like rose water. You'll smell like maybe lavender. Different smells that they don't belong there.
Okay.
And what that is during the ladies of the town, there's a great little quick read book called Days of Uncertainty and Dread by Gerald Bennett. And I like it because it talks about what happened before and during the battle, what happened after. And a lot of the ladies of the town had to roll up their sleeves and they had to become nurses.
Right.
They weren't trained, but they had to become nurses.
Yeah.
And so they put...
Civilians take over some of the roles.
They put a handkerchief over their mouth and they would put rose water on it or lavender oil so that they couldn't smell the dead bodies and stuff in the street.
Okay. Yeah, that's awful. Terrible.
The farm where Pickett's Charge, that was the last day of the battle. Pickett's Charge was fought on what is called the Kadori Farm.
He's got to go. He's got to
go. He's really got to go.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
it's a major incident.
I appreciate it.
There you go. There's a quick entry into the farmhouse.
That's good to know.
Yes. You know, the thing is, like, I felt so bad because this was like the middle of the night. They did this thing special for us and everything. And, you know, we all came out and then I'm just like, yeah. And I think she must have seen it, right? Because I think at some point it shifted where she was like, well, let me get inside. It was probably like a fifth of her speech, you know, that she gives out there or whatever. And so I felt bad, but I also was like, you know, when you're in that situation, I mean, I don't know. I wanted to learn more. That's the thing, is I wanted to learn more. And I really
believe that maybe I would have been more scared if I got the setup a little better and I was a little more open to the setup. What do you think, Melvin?
Sorry, I'll be right there. I'm in the bathroom.
Know the feeling.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's the first dead thing. After dinner drinks, very nice.
This was known as Sleepy Hollow Lodge. Jar's better on the history of the house. Most people say, why'd you name it Sleepy Hollow? It was actually Sleepy Hollow Lodge. During the time of the battle, South Street, which doesn't even run south, was known as Sleepy Hollow Lane on the Civil War maps. Jar, you can explain the times of the houses better than I can of what it looked like during the time of the battle.
Photo there.
So this was long after it was over?
Right, that's after the Civil War. And then the ones to the left are about Civil War period.
Wow. Well, yeah, because it's got a different... Is that the side of it, or is that the
That's
front
the
of
other
it?
side. That's the
side.
South Street side,
Okay.
or the side that used to be called Sleepy Hollow.
Wow, I didn't know Sleepy Hollow was an actual street name. Interesting. Crazy.
I swear. Getting an old lady bladder.
Well, you're not the only one.
Jamison has an old lady bladder too.
Something like that.
So that's the same kid. So first of all,
That's the same voice.
There's two, yeah, same voice, same kid. There's two things. When I asked, are you from the basement? There's a creepy yes, which we weren't even focusing on until afterwards.
I hear that.
So I asked if we asked if you're from the basement. There's a creepy yes, and then this is when I brought the two boxes back up or the REM pods back up for the child to see if I can get it again. And I was like, I brought more for you, and you're like, you brought me another one, and it's the same voice. And so that was.
Give me another one?
Yeah, you brought me another one. Because I had my response. What I said was I brought another thing for you to play with.
Wow.
And that was about 2 months after we captured the.
When did you catch that one? I didn't know about that one.
You didn't know about that one?
No.
That's the most compelling part.
We've got an exclusive.
Inquiring minds want to know.
That was in December when I came back to show you guys what we captured. I took the Smallwoods. That's the day I met the Smallwoods. So and another couple was here, and I always like to have someone come with me just to verify that I didn't know. And so they came with me up there.
Is that couple that comes all the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was, as you can see, she said it gave me the chills. And that was when I came back in December to show you guys what we captured. I went back up just for the heck of it. It was like, all right, I brought you guys more. I brought more toys for you to play with. And the little kid was like, you brought me another one? In the same voice. I can't explain.
It is the same voice. It's the same voice that said.
I could tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't. That's the one. So when it comes to,
Maybe we'll be able to get in the attic tonight.
Are those real people or are they?
Yeah.
it's real old. I'll be walking around downtown. There'll be someone in like their uniform.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hey, is that her? I'll be like, hey, you think that person's real? And by like the 10,000th time, it's like not as funny, but it's still funny to me. That's all that matters. As long as they laugh, that's all I really care about.
All right, hopefully he's going to come out of the bathroom soon so we can go on with this tour. I mean, we can go ahead without...
Front part of the house was built in 1830. The back part was built in about 1810.
1810.
It still works. Look at that.
Okay, just don't be quick, because this isn't interesting.
Oh, wow, look at that creepy little doll.
I think this is just an interesting hallway.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. How did I get suckered into doing this alone? You're not alone. No, but no.
Right?
Yeah, listen, I'm I'm sorry. It was like leading you into this thing, and then just being like, okay, cool. Congrats, you're here. You know, I'm gonna go.
Right.
You know,
Well, that's
I'll
kind of
do
what
the
it
job.
felt like. It brought out some serious PTSD and abandonment issues. Okay.
About what in relation to just you or about us? Is this a thing about us? You want to get
No,
into?
just you left me alone, man. You left me alone. You brought me there and you set it up like we were gonna have this time together, man. And then you just left me there with a toilet and Will.
Okay, maybe this is going to be the thing that really scares me, because I really want to believe this person's story, and I want to, I want to believe that this place is haunted. I want to believe. Help me believe. Help me, scare me. Help me believe.
Hey, do you believe in Ichabod Crane? I mean, you know that story. We all know that story.
What, the headless horseman?
Yes.
That didn't happen. That's
you
the
know
story,
that we were
right?
actually on sleep. No, bro. We are on Sleepy Hollow. We're on Sleepy Hollow Lane right now.
Oh yeah, that's
This
true.
is Sleepy Hollow Lane. So then you got to ask yourself, okay, if the location is real and the stories are real because Ichabod Crane really lived and he was beheaded, and then people believed that they saw him, riding around with his head in his hand.
I certainly
Those
like that
stories
story.
are all real.
I like that story.
No. Those are real stories.
Well,
Those
you
are
can't
real
say
stories.
for real. They're for real. You didn't see it,
Well, I didn't see it. I mean, I wasn't there, but I'm saying it's lore. People reported seeing these things, just like people report seeing UFOs or they report seeing ghosts. But that's how
Loch
the
Ness
story
monsters.
became. Right. There you go. So again, are they wives' tales? Are they, fables? What are they? But what I do know is that I saw a Bigfoot once, but that's a whole other story. Because we're not doing the Bigfoot episode right now, so I've got to save it. But
Yeah, somebody tackle. Somebody tackle Corey. Don't talk about that yet. Somebody tackle.
This room here is very active as well. This we call the Jeremy room. Jeremy was a little boy that was killed out in front of the Farnsworth house, and he was run over by a wagon, horse-drawn wagon, and there's no 100% proof that he was brought here, but it seems as though for whatever reason his spirit is here. A lot of people hear Jeremy. We're not too sure that's not who's talking to Rob. Okay. We don't know. So we'll go back this way and I'll take you into the Sarah room.